I'm Red Beard the Hippy here with the guys from Unchained, a relatively new band out of the middle of Kansas. Is that a correct statement? As we got people running in and out. Oh, he's ready to finish. He's got the checkered
Yes,
flag
Your
on his
Honor.
shorts.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so you guys are out of basically like the Salina area surrounding.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Go just about anywhere.
Because I know I saw you guys in, what was that, McPherson a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
I know that was one of your guys' fairly new or
yeah,
first shows.
yeah. That was basically technically our first show. Yeah, first one I don't like to count. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we won't count that other one.
Well, there's the warm up show and then there's the first show. So,
you're right. And then we played a party on Saturday out in Hutch,
Yeah.
and then we played on downtown Salina Sunday for Kent Memorial. So
oh, they let you guys play downtown Salina?
yeah, yeah, that's that stage. Not the new one on the corner, but across from the alley. Campbell Plaza. Yeah.
Oh, the one, okay, a little ways down Santa Fe.
With the buildings, yeah, yeah.
Or at least the booze was expensive.
Yeah, I know where that one's at. I've kind of walked down in that area. It looks better than when I used to go through that area, so it's improved nicely.
Yeah, they cleaned it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks real nice.
And then yesterday we went back to Hutch, and like I said, we just started recording our first song, original song. So,
And is that with both vocalists doing stuff, or
yes, sir. Yeah.
because you guys have a dual vocal system that's kind of
Yeah,
impressive? 'Cause
we wanted
one
to,
guy will
yeah, we
sing,
wanted to be different.
because I noticed like one guy will sing and one guy kind of hangs out. So how does the dual vocal system work with schedules?
Well, on the newer new punk and new metal Metallica, I'll do it. I'll do that stuff. I hit those notes a lot better, and then on all the cool music from the '80s, he'll take
He's the
he'll
loud
take over.
screamer and he's the low guy, so we got variety. And
Yeah.
they back each other up, and it
Backing
sounds
vocals with
pretty
each other.
cool, you know. So,
It's just nice, the lows and the highs.
yeah, with our first original that we're working on that we started recording yesterday. Josh does the main vocals in it, but in between him singing, Adam will do like some lower kind of like Pantera, like
Yeah.
Phil, like talking vocals in there, and it's just cool because it's like there's two different stories in the same song. There's two totally different songs. Yeah, they each do the one does the fast, one does the slow, and it's kind of a cool mix on the song. I think it's different.
Well, and you can also with the dual vocals, you can hit a different range live than what
Yeah,
a band with just say one vocalist and a guy who's playing an instrument can do, because those two are only focusing on, okay, this is my part to come in to do this and he's doing this, and then you're not having to only like try to finagle the extra vocal work in there.
I love that word. Yeah,
Yep. It definitely opens up a lot of possibilities that wouldn't be there normally. I was struggling. They were doing a lot of '80s covers. I was the first one, the first vocalist, and I was struggling for all those hair metal bands. And so I'm happy that we we were able to we got those ranges. I'm not responsible anymore.
No, but he can hit the '80s range.
Yeah.
I know that was the one thing. That was one thing that really impressed me. Like you guys did a Judas Priest cover, I think,
yeah.
Mhm.
and he was hitting those. And my buddy comes over and looks at me, and I kind of look at him, and we both go, "Yep, yep, he's got
Yeah,
that."
yeah, he's got some lungs. Yeah, he does. But it works. It works out that way too. They take turns doing a lot of standing around, but it gives them a little bit of a break, so they're not, blowing their voice out, trying
There's
to do 10 or 15, 20 songs in the night.
there's even a Metallica song we cover I let him do because it's earlier Metallica and it was a little a higher range in that in those days I can't really confidently hit.
Destroyed really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of the I noticed there's certain people that can do certain like vocal styles. Like nobody can do all the vocal styles. Like there's one that everybody can just kind of shine with, and the other one's like, yeah, I can't do it. I know I can't, so I'm not even going to attempt to it. Which is,
Yeah, it gives us so much more range now.
oh yeah,
Show up for something.
Yeah,
Yeah, we always get.
I'm a part timer already now because I work weekends, which means you're only going to see me 6 times or so a year because I got to use vacation time or whatever. So,
Oh,
but everybody else is on, yeah, that's their day off. So
so I just sing the heavy stuff
they
like
can,
Dio. It worked out.
yeah, they can still go without me, which is great. And vice versa, if he has to take a day off, I'll have my library as long as we can do that night.
well, that's also makes for a duality in the band all itself because, like you said, if one person can't do it, you guys aren't like, oh, our vocalist has to work, we can't make the show. It's like, well, one of the vocalists has to work, we'll still be there, but
And I
we're
think
doing this style that night, not this other one. So,
it just changes it.
And a lot of it, there's a lot of overlap. I'm still singing in a lot of the songs that he sings, just like backing up the chorus or something. So there's always something for, and he's doing the same with with the songs I sing. So
well, I was
it's
noticing that
pretty
too. Like,
fun.
even if you're taking a break, you're still. It's not like you're fully taking a break. Like you're sitting back there, kicked up in a chair, smoking a cigarette, having a beer.
Yeah, I
Be a
can't.
Motley Crue backup singer.
Yeah, I can't run and grab a beer.
Yeah, that's right.
I can take a drink if I got one.
How did you guys end up forming?
By accident.
Yeah. It's okay. So John got married slash Halloween party in the same night. So like the after party was a Halloween party at his shop, and I showed up, and I knew some of the people there already.
Well, we were supposed to play that night with someone else. We were in a band, but that didn't end up working out.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. We just hung out, and had some drinks or whatever. And John was already starting a band, and it wasn't working out. So he got a hold of me, and I just stuck around.
Yeah.
Adam Adam already, I think, pretty well knew John. I brought Josh on because I was in a band called Visualize in the past. It was well known in Salina, and I wanted to try and get because that guy has he's got a serious voice, and I thought they could both get, kind of do something like we've got going on here, and it would just be awesome. That didn't happen, so when we got this opportunity, we threw the idea of another vocalist and brought him on, and it's just worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you guys
So
have two
the rhythm,
vocalists, two guitar players, one bass, and a drummer.
yeah,
Yeah, this is only half the picture. Right?
yeah.
There's 6 of us. Yeah.
And my brother-in-law's the rhythm guitar player,
Yeah, James.
and Creighton. Yeah,
Creighton is the bass player. He's not here. He's working right now. But
they've been neighbors for years. So
yeah, we used to be on next door when I lived in town.
It's
Let's
kind
see
of
what else.
we keep just moving and changing with challenges, and somebody leaves, we just fill the spot, and then as needs arise, we just find a way to meet them.
Yeah.
Well, I know. With talking with John, like you guys
The
being a
least.
newer band, having a difficult time trying to find venues that'll let the newer bands in. Has that been like a continued problem, or
Not really, because I've been around and I know a lot of the guys, and they're all a bunch of cool guys, and we're getting pretty busy, or all the time. We're getting invites all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we're doing Merry Mayhem this year.
Yeah, I just got that message on Saturday night that Matt wanted us to do Merry Mayhem, and I was like, of course, I would bet want to do Merry Mayhem. That's awesome.
it seemed
Last
like
year was awesome.
after the first show, all of a sudden it was like a floodgate of activities.
Yeah.
Really, I think a lot of the new bands popping up. They're just, are you ready? Do you have the equipment? Do you have your sound?
Next month.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna start playing some in Wichita too. So
Oh, right on. Yeah, Wichita's got a pretty good scene down there.
Yeah, we got some bands play out there, so we'll, once you get out there, hopefully we'll start playing more over there, that area too.
Yeah, I hope we get seen by the right person at the right bar on the right night.
Yeah, you never know, I guess.
Well, I know, like you'd mentioned Mary Mayhem, like that's been an ongoing thing for,
Yeah, for a long time, yeah.
oh God, I think it's pushing like 15.
Yeah.
Because I know the band I was in played it one year, and that was a lot of fun.
Mm.
And then I've covered it a couple times, but I've also been to my fair share of them as well. So that'd be a good show to get on.
Yeah, it was. I was glad he invited us.
Yeah, they had a good lineup last year. We'll be if they're like if they're if they're like they were last year, it'll be a little we'll be a little different from everybody else because the other bands are pretty heavy.
Well, and that's the thing that I've noticed is more acceptable now with like the music thing is you don't have to be the heaviest band on there. It kind of gives, but like there has to be a certain flow of the or a flow of the way that the show goes. Like you can't have, you know, the death metal guy starting out and then followed by, a twangy country artist. It's just kind of one of those where it's like, yeah,
It
but like
happens.
followed by a rapper. Like nothing against any of those styles. It's just you can't really. It just for some reason doesn't work as well as having solid uh like solid rock bands and metal bands on it. It has more of you can get a better flow to the night and keep the energy going in the right direction versus just kind of letting it fall off.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is we all listen to like similar music, but we all listen to different music. We all have our personal favorite of sound. But we've all talked about it and been cool, and we've tried to incorporate everybody's feeling into what we are playing and what covers we pick and whatnot until we get more originals out there. Um, but to have at least like five different genres, the crowd doesn't know what we're going to play next. And I like the fun with that. Some songs are fast and heavy. Some of them are slower and lighter.
Some are punk.
That attracts up into their crowd. Yeah, we got our punk in there, and
Yeah, we got a variety, I guess.
yeah,
Might have disconnected.
No, my computer's. I think it might just be the computer. It's starting to kind of act funny.
We got sick of it hung up.
Yeah.
No, it's still on. We'll have to see how well if it recorded all of it or if it just like.
Not the one to do.
If you didn't like us talking, you wait till you hear us play.
Well, because I noticed my computer will randomly just be like, okay, we're gonna freeze up on you. It doesn't matter what you're in the middle of working on. So downfall about having an entire house full of kids. I got people walking around. Luckily, they all know I'm doing an interview, so they're keeping it down out there.
We had two shows in
Teenagers.
October, one in November so far, and then one in December.
Yeah, we're supposed to play in Raymond, Kansas on November 8th.
A rave?
Raymond.
Yeah,
Raymond, Kansas.
Oh,
Raymond,
rave.
Kansas.
Huh.
It's
Oh,
just
don't
a
even
show. It's a show. They booked the show out there. It's supposed to be like 7 bands and on, so
It'll be kind of like McPherson was.
kind of like that, yeah.
A lot of bands and
well, I like seeing the more of these shows popping up because there's obviously like the McPherson show. There's only one band on it that I'd actually seen before. So for me, it's a whole new group of musicians that I get to see and listen to and photograph and get introduced to. Because a lot of the times, like I'm obviously been around for a little while, that you start getting the same bands on all the same bills, so it makes it more of a challenge to find newer bands.
Yeah.
But
that's another reason why I like music.
Yeah.
do what?
We try not to get old. So that's another reason why I like how we choose a variety of different genres. So that way we hopefully don't end up
Get more
getting old.
opportunities that way,
Yeah.
maybe, not limit yourself to just one
Yeah.
thing.
Stay
That is
interesting.
Yeah.
Change it up.
Yeah.
We don't like to be bored.
We're doing Pink.
Yeah.
Just that meeting completely.
Yeah, we need a variety. We're gonna do some Bee Gees covers.
Leave another one out though.
I'm just waiting for the Milli Vanilli covers. If we get to
I,
that,
I'm fully a fan of doing like hearing bands do a song that is so far out of their like genre and making the cover their own. Like that's always
Yeah,
a
that's what
fun
we like. We
thing
like
to
to
me.
take some of the older songs and just make it heavier, just change it a
I
little.
like how we do double vision.
Yeah, we made that one. We do the Foreigner and made it a lot heavier, and people seem to like that too.
I make it a point to put as much of me into it as I can without not recognizing the songs because I already know I'm not going to do the original justice, so I might as well, you know, throw my twist on it. I'm everybody in love with their singles, and then when you come in and play, they're like, that's not what that sounds like. So maybe they'll
Yeah,
like
and
my
that's
version of it.
well, that's the other thing. Like if you're going to do a cover of a song, like you said, there's two ways to do it. You put your own twist on it and make it your own, or you'd better be spot on with the original, or people are going to crucify you like, oh, you
Yeah,
missed this note, or you screwed up this part, or your drums don't sound right. Well, of course my drums don't sound right. This guy's got 47 toms on his kit, and I've got 4.
Don't bring the drummer to this. Come on, man.
it's always this
I
fun.
think the closest cover we actually do is Dawkins. That's the closest one we do.
Yeah, we
Not
really
really,
got
man.
pretty much.
Pretty
In
well,
LA
too.
Guns, we do that
LA Guns.
exactly. Or try to do it exactly.
If you
Cover,
ever
we get pretty close.
if you ever hear a Journey song
Vocally,
fire
I mean,
up, be ready
yeah,
for some
just stay close.
creativity. I'll put it that way.
But with Foreigner, it just didn't feel right to sing it the way they did.
Yeah. I don't even know how we randomly got that song really.
The Foreigner one, I mentioned it to you, and you're like, hell yeah.
Somebody
I
slipped
think
it in
it's
our
because I already
settings.
knew so most of it. That's why.
Oh, I don't know. Just one day somebody starts playing and we just jam. Like, I guess we could do that. Pick it up pretty quick.
Well, sometimes you got to have those easier songs to fill time just in case they ask you to play longer. Then you have more of a variety of music you can play.
Yeah.
Our set list right now is pretty intense. So anytime there's a song that's kind of chill, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys did what? You got what? 45 minutes to 50 minutes of material
That
you
we
can
played that
play.
night.
No, yeah, well, we got probably got more we could do.
Yeah, we had 30 minutes that night, and so we tried to rush 7 songs into it.
Yeah.
We timed ourselves, thought we could do 5, then we did 6, then we put 7 on there, and we got it done in like 24 minutes.
Somehow
I figured it'd give us some time to talk.
Well, you were at Easy's, and then when we were done, they just all wanted more. They kept saying one more, so it was like shit.
Somehow we fit a
Yeah,
Metallica
we
song
weren't,
in
we
there.
weren't done with that Metallica song yet.
So we
I was still struggling.
kind of
with that.
faked our way through that one. So that's a hard song. So we got it good now, though.
Yeah, we did a really good Friday on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Saturday, excuse me.
We did a lot this week. I gotta remember what all we did.
The Friday I was at Trees.
I realized I got to work on cardio. Because
That's kind of the downfall about being in a band. You got to figure out the stuff that you need to work on. That like, how do you train for cardio for doing that or the movement? And the one thing that nobody can tell you how to train for is the heat on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Saturday would be the mosquitoes.
Sunday it was pretty freaking hot.
It was humid, man. We were dying.
I really didn't realize, really don't feel it until it's over. And then I realize I'm soaking wet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's like,
I'm so focused on just hitting the notes where I need them. And that's probably a new thing, more comfortable I'll get with the music and stuff. I'll probably end up caring more about air conditioning. But
No, no, probably not.
One of those stupid head brace things that has like the 2 big fans right there. Wear it out while you're jamming. You just need to wear a wig over it.
Yeah.
you'd be sitting, I was sure you'd be sitting back there with the beer can.
Yeah.
Now you're giving him ideas of what he's going to do at the next show. He's thinking, he's trying to figure out if he's got one stashed in the garage or not.
Somewhere, yeah.
Hey, that would save me from getting beers.
It's not a helmet though. That might be safer. It's a ball cap.
Yeah, but depending on the person, depends. You might need the helmet just for safety purposes for them.
Well, John here is his stick target.
Yeah, I
Tommy
think
misses
misses
it.
hit when all the
Throws
sticks
a
no matter
stick.
where I stand. So
John's the one that asked me to be in the band, so I don't know. Every time I drop a stick or throw it, it ends up hitting him. I ain't mad about it.
Yeah, it's a sign.
It's a sign of love from a drummer, you know. It's like the biggest form of love they can show.
Well, it's kind of like when you, yeah. Well, just don't stick him in the neck with the seal, like throwing it impales him. That might not be like, ugh, shit.
Show.
When I first started becoming friends with Josh, we played a Tesco festival in Salina at Chuck's bar, and I broke a stick and I threw it out into the crowd. And as soon as it was leaving my hand, I thought, oh crap, it's pointed at the end, like I could hit somebody in the face or something. Like I'm totally screwed. I didn't think about it, so I waited for 2 songs for somebody to come up and kick my ass. Well, everybody, and he was just sitting there on a stool, and it poked him right in the belly and bounced off. He got my stick. It was perfect. I didn't hit anybody in the crowd but the dude I knew.
Got lucky. I was surrounded by people you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed they're starting to do that festival more and more each year too.
I played there
'Cause,
twice. That's a good show. It's one of my favorites.
We should really try to get on there.
They just had it.
yeah, if they didn't have it the same night that my buddy had his show, I would have been at that one to cover it. But a friend of mine had his show that night and asked me to cover it last year, so kind of had to.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky, we could open for Calvin Party because they do have like a few bands before the main one. Normally.
Yeah, James's cousin did it this year.
Yeah.
Probably
The KKOA Calvin's Street Party or whatever it is. Yeah, because I know he's had like Sunset Center open it one year. I don't remember who opened this last year.
Well, yeah, Sunset Centers used to be the band. They did it for a few years, if I remember right, and then they've had the same kind of '80s rock band that's done it for the last at least 2 years.
Yeah, the last two.
So we were supposed to do it after we played the Stiefel, but we didn't. We ended up not doing it.
So, where can people find your guys' music and stuff, or any of the social media links so they can figure that out?
oh, Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok.
TikTok, we're on there too.
And soon.
I like how he's looking at all of you guys like you're all younger than me. Somebody give me guidance on this one.
We're not. None of us are admins on any of the chats.
Yeah, we
so we have
outsourced
no
all
control.
that.
We get to see the same stuff that you guys get to see. So
They're not responsible yet.
You're just a surprise. Like, did you see that post you guys did? Not yet. What'd we do?
We can't have them having that shit.
the guys that drink in the band just
Yeah,
never.
like at 3 o'clock in the morning, text me like, "Well, now we're not going to play there because."
Really that tech savvy, except I think your wife's pretty much had.
Yeah, my wife's one of the guys. She does everything and does all that stuff. She gets a lot of credit,
Yeah, she posts all the videos and
I edit some with her.
We just got a bus. Let's tell them about that.
Oh yeah, we got a shuttle bus today. I got to go pick up tomorrow in Manhattan, so we're gonna make that into our Unchained vehicle.
Oh hell yeah!
So I did an auction on Purple Wave there. So we got the bid this morning.
Party,
but I got to go pick it
bus.
up. Yeah, we got a drunk bus.
Yeah, we got the drunk bus.
And the
And if you're doing it right, you can put a couple little cages in the back and put a couple guys so they get too drunk and rowdy. Just all right, you're going in the drunk tank.
There's something strapped to the wall.
It'd be on the roof. Stick them on the roof.
Somebody would be on the floor for sure.
not a bad idea.
It is, no, we've definitely.
We're gonna have a break. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And you call it the Unchained room.
Shrink and sucks into the roof.
We'll just have to hose it out every Monday.
Jesus,
Yeah.
A lot of bodily fluids we don't want to.
It could be an attraction. Get chained with Unchained.
a little jail cell on her.
Yeah.
That sounds so wrong. It's a white bus. Come on, guy. Let's not put a fucking jail cell on the back. Yeah. Local band in Salina kidnapped somebody because they went
Attach it
drink
to the
with them.
bus.
They say there is no bad publicity.
You know, like the door opens up.
No, that might be bad publicity right there. There's a phrase, there's no such a thing as bad publicity until something like that happens. That's the one that is the bad publicity.
Okay, there's always an exception.
Telling someone at the airport to go fuck themselves? Not so bad.
It'd be like a
Hey, I did a show that the headlining article for the newspaper was front page on the top half that said, so they had the word dildos in it 10 times in the article because some lady tuned in at like 4 in the morning on the local TV network thing, and Jiggy Jag was running a show that we were on. It was Swept Aside and Shat, and some lady
Yeah,
caught it like 4 in the morning, so we were in the paper with the word dildo 10 times in the article. It was amazing. That was great
Hey,
listening.
with chat, I'm surprised they didn't have it in there more, to be honest. But
Well, this was like 15 years ago or so, maybe longer than that.
Swept Aside hasn't been a thing for a long time.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
that's my neighbor's band, Hutch. I'm neighbors with
yep.
Hutchinson. Yeah,
Hutch,
I actually.
James.
So his old gig van, that satellite company van. So my girlfriend at the time, she bought that from my dad, and she actually lived in it for like 6 months in Colorado. She like made this thing up, and then she painted one side, and I painted the whole other side. It looks like a scene in outer space with like a forest fire to his Colorado theme. Um, but the door in the middle that has the big giant swept aside sticker on it, I use that as my TV stand.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know TJ pretty well. Well, I knew his dad really well.
his his dad was something else.
Yeah,
Paul.
sadly he passed away. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a interesting funeral because we all kind of got to it, and I'm looking at the rest of the guys, and hey, we're not playing today, are we? Because we all started realizing that all of the band members were actually at the funeral, so we had to make sure we weren't getting roped into doing a couple songs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was there. That was an interesting night.
I've never been to a church that had so many metalheads wearing T-shirts.
that would have been interesting, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't expect anything less from Paul's funeral anyway, so
So
I
you
mean,
want it?
There,
oh yeah.
back when I was in high school, there was a church that would rent out an auditorium in Salina, and we would have really big metal shows with the fellow high schoolers. So there's there's some churches that are okay with that. Um,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
they do a festival. They used to do one downtown Salina where they had the churches had some Christian bands come in. I can't
Awesome.
remember whoever played, but maybe.
Yeah.
Impending
No, this
Doom
was,
played in Salina with when I think Dustin Neff was heading the booking all the the bands around that time. But that was the biggest band I was part of. That was just we did like high schoolers managed to get a big ticket band. It was a Christian band, but still it was like a band that had CDs in every Christian bookstore around the country,
Yeah.
or Striper. Yeah,
They had their own stores.
They got their striker Bibles that they throw out during the concert.
Yeah.
but they were pretty heavy.
well, sometimes it's those those little things that it's not so much the level, but when you realize that, hey, we did a show with this band or we did a show with that band, that's always the cool thing.
Yeah.
And I noticed Salina is really notorious for having bands coming through where they used to, where they catch them on tour from Denver to Kansas City on a layover night, and then have them come through and play. And there was a lot of shows at the Blue Goat that I used to catch that were insane. When I gotta find all the merch stuff and start posting it because yeah, there's some people that are gonna be a little pissed.
Salina definitely needs a scene like that again, because the only thing that we have anymore are tennis courts.
Yeah.
We don't have anything fun. There's no music. I mean, there's some bands that come through, but the majority of the crowds of bars that have bands just like country music or like really soft rock. I mean, there's some good bands that come through, but it's not like it used to be when I was a kid.
I want to fire up
You
Indian.
know, they had Indian rock and stuff. You know, all the punk and metal bands
Oh yeah.
that out of town.
I miss that.
Yeah, we need something like that in Salina again.
Well, I know there's a couple people that are working on some stuff down there. And I know it's like the back alley had a pretty good turnout a couple weeks back for the rap show. But I think there almost needs to be like united all the bands in Salina just like one night. Be like, all right, everybody's booking a time. We're gonna do an entire day of just local bands just to bring people in so they can see different bands that are fairly local.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
There's so many. People are so much more open to other. I feel like other genres nowadays.
Well, yeah, and
So
especially
back
especially like being able to book a show like that where if you, as long as you have the flow of the night right and people check their egos at the door, not like, oh, I'm so and so, I should be on at this time, or I'm so and so, I should be on at this time. Be like, you should just be happy that you're able to be playing
Right.
Yeah.
and that people are wanting you. So I haven't really found anybody that's ever really had that kind of ego lately, which is a nice thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there's an idea. Now I want to start messaging some people and be like, hey, we just need to do a Salina talent show.
that'd be great. All it
That
takes
would
is
be
somebody
cool.
to organize it. You can do pretty much anything.
Well,
It just
we
takes
do this
somebody to
before.
bear that burden.
We just need to have somebody.
Yeah, I just hate that you have to be like a year ahead or 2 years ahead and have the city verify or okay it, even if it's somewhere that they really have nothing to do with.
I think the steeple's a little. You're talking money there. That's gonna be.
Uh,
You're gonna get a lot less turnout
You
with
know,
something.
get the views.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
get
It'd be a
I
good
don't
time.
I don't think the Muse is doing anything. You could probably try the back alley.
Oh yeah,
There's a
they changed that.
that's what it's called now.
It's not
yeah, it's called the back alley. I don't know where it's at. I know it's on like I don't know.
fun for that.
He's over here googling it now.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
just
Yeah,
waiting for
but
my man.
I think there's enough artists in the town that you could actually put together a pretty productive night of.
Yeah, we're all.
Oh, I'm sure.
as long as you get enough permission where the cops only show up a couple times,
Yeah.
then
We tend to be
You can do
loud.
about anywhere.
We're
Yeah.
very loud.
Yeah,
5 pieces are always really loud though.
they make the drums up and I still hit them hard.
We're a 6 piece.
for a new band, we have a lot of equipment.
We're
Yeah.
we're bougie.
And it's not cheap.
So yeah,
There's been a lot of money put into this, so we'd like to go somewhere with it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a goal.
And when we roll up
I'd
in
like
a
to
bus, they're
use
not
that
going to
shuttle
have
bus
to
all over
deny
again.
that
This would
we're
be good.
professionals.
It's so fun.
Except for the
Well,
fact
I
that
think, and I think once you guys get some more shows under your belt and start building up the name more, that's also going to help too. Because
Oh,
that's always the hard
well,
thing about a
yeah,
band
I don't,
starting out.
yeah, I'll play anything. I mean, I'm just trying to get this out there. So if anybody asks us to play, I'm always like, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. You know, I want to get our name out there.
He looks
thankfully,
confused over there.
Dang, I forgot you could still see me.
No, he's making jokes about you googling it, and you look confused.
It's looking like it's connected to the Sky Trampoline place, like where Harbor Freight and stuff is. That's kind of a weird spot.
it's got a
Okay,
GPS.
now I know where it's at. Okay,
Well, that's what I put. I typed in the back alley, and I've got Sky.
I
And,
never even heard of that.
I did.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
yeah, I don't.
I've heard about it.
Genesis and all that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. There's a venue there. I've heard that there's a venue there, but I've never seen it.
I remember playing at the hardware store over by the YMCA. It was going out of business or something, and one of the band's dads owned it, I think. And so there was this big empty area back where they used to store wood or something. And there was like 100 people or 150 people there, and it was in the back of a hardware store. It's the craziest live event I've ever. It was the worst audio you can imagine, but it almost added the character to it.
Hey, sometimes it's not so much about the quality; it's about the experience. Like
Yeah,
the Denny show, everybody talks about wishing they were at the Denny show. You hear audio from that show, it is the worst audio. It's some half-ass thrown together PA system, but it's the whole thing of like I was at that show. I was not at that show.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and kind of wrap this up, and because I got some other stuff around the house, I gotta go play parent or
Right.
figure out if all the children are here.
Yeah, we gotta play Parenthood before too
It's
long.
10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah,
Um,
some thumbs up from the weekend.
Yeah, we got big band practice night ahead of us.
well, I know one's in
Tomorrow,
Grand Island, one's in Salina, and the other five should be here. Yeah.
That's a full house.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't have it any other
yeah,
way though.
Yeah.
yeah, we're Unchained. Facebook,
TikTok.
TikTok,
Great.
and Instagram. We've got videos on there, and she posts the flyer like every single day in case people don't see it. They get to see it, but all of our upcoming shows are on there. Uh, we advertise for a lot of other bands too, shows that we aren't playing.
Yeah, we like to support everybody. You know,
Yeah.
we should. I should.
We're friends with a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of different bands.
It should all be a group effort. I think everybody supports everybody else. That's what it should.
Well, exactly. That's you support your friends and I hope that they'll turn around and support you right back. And then everybody's building and everybody's winning. Like, oh, we don't have a show tonight, but if you go over to da 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 da, our friends in these three bands are playing. Go check them out.
You know, let everybody grow. Everybody needs to grow. So,
As long as the scene's growing, you can make room for yourself.
The lights like posting on camera.
Yeah, I've been watching that. Sorry about the lighting.
It doesn't do that.
Eh,
Man.
it is what it is. It's okay.
I'm trying to focus. I always wear my sunglasses on here.
that's a podcast.